It is Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. Thank you all for tuning in to the Sneed Mobile Tech YouTube channel. The edition of today's video is brought to you guys by the fine folks over on Patreon supporting Sneed Mobile Tech on Patreon. Thank you all so very much for your continued support. And of course, if you'd like to become a patron there's a link in the description box below where you can get access to all exclusive content and videos and support me there on Patreon as well as here on the YouTube channel to continue to encourage me to make these fantastic videos and offer this high quality content that you all appreciate so very much. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty of this particular video. This video is going to highlight everything that Samsung announced in today's Unpacked launch event for the Samsung Galaxy S10, and of course they also made some other announcements, what's coming, what they're going to be offering in terms of hardware over the next several months. So let's start first with the big announcement, which is kind of unique in that they are going to be releasing the Samsung Galaxy Fold, a foldable device that Samsung is going to be selling as a smartphone in April. I believe April 26th is the date of availability. The phone is going to come in at $1,980, so about $2,000 for that. Obviously very, very expensive. There will be a 5G variation of that foldable phone, which should come in somewhere around $2,200 to $2,300 that we do actually have confirmation that will be available on AT&T and T-Mobile. So very, very expensive, but cool nonetheless in terms of innovation. Second thing they announced was the Samsung Galaxy S10e, S10, and S10 Plus. I believe the S10e stands for Essential. The S10 is I guess I should say the next variation of the Samsung Galaxy S9. The S10 Plus also was announced. In-display fingerprint scanners for the S10, S10 Plus, and I'll get to the 5G model shortly. They're all pushing the Snapdragon by Qualcomm, the Snapdragon 855. In terms of the 5G variant, the S10 5G will be exclusively on Verizon, offered in Q2. So that's kind of the big one for our channel, I believe, being that it is 5G compatible. It is going to be also utilizing the Qualcomm-made Snapdragon 855. It is going to have an extra camera on the back, I believe. Larger battery. Will have the Snapdragon X50 modem to give it that 5G compatibility. A larger 6.7-inch display, larger battery at 4,500 milliamp hour, and the price point probably puts it at about $1,300. That's just kind of speculation at this point. We don't have confirmation on pricing, but we can expect it to be a few $100s more than the regular Samsung Galaxy S10. So they also announced the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, Galaxy Fit. They offer now some Galaxy Buds, which you can actually get for free if you pre-order any of the S10s between now and March 7th. And they also are going to be offering a product called the Gear Icon X. Now anyways, what I want to kind of do is just kind of focus on the 5G phone here. So Verizon looks to be ahead in the mobile 5G race. I think this is pretty evident in that the Samsung Galaxy S10 5G will have exclusivity on Big Red's network. Also keep in mind that Verizon is also going to be offering the Motorola 5G mod, which is compatible with this, the Z3 model. Now Verizon is going to have the exclusive rights for a short while on the S10 5G. Shortly after that exclusivity, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, Xfinity, and Spectrum will also offer the 5G variant of the S10. Now this is going to be a pretty big phone. Obviously it has to be if you think about it. It needs a larger battery. It's going to have to squeeze in those 5G antennas. It's got that unique modem arrangement with the 5G antenna arrays. So obviously you need that space. So it is a very, very large phone. Probably similar to like the Note size. In terms of pre-orders for these devices, with the exception of the 5G variant, February 21st you could pre-order. That would be tomorrow. Shipments would be starting March 8th. Apparently, if you do the pre-order, you will get the Galaxy wireless earbuds free of charge. So they'll throw that in there as a bundle. The S10e is going to come in at $749 unlocked with 128 gigs of onboard storage. The S9, just so you know, came in at $719, so that is a $30 price bump if you just compare the S10e to its predecessor, the S9. At $849, that'll get you an upgraded storage at 256. The regular S10 is coming in at $899 for the 128 gig and $1499 for a 512 gig onboard storage variant. The S10 Plus is coming in at $999, so $1,000. And if you guys kind of price that, puts it right on board with the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 of last year. I believe the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus comes in at 512 onboard storage gigs of onboard storage at $1249, and a 1 terabyte variation comes in at $1599. Very, very expensive for all of that extra storage. Sprint, Boost, Verizon, T-Mobile, Metro, they've all gone ahead and said that they are going to be selling and carrying this phone, obviously. I believe T-Mobile's doing a trade-in special. They'll give you $390 off with a qualifying trade-in. They're also doing the same thing that they did with the iPhone XR with the Samsung Galaxy S10e, where they'll give you, at $40 a month, they'll put you on the Essential plan and get you into the Samsung Galaxy S10e. So just like the XR kind of deal. Colors for these phones, they're using this word called Prism to describe the coloration. We have Prism White, Prism Black, Prism Blue, Prism Green, and then some kind of like flamingo pink or something like that. Anyways, that's all the rundown from all of the devices and the different things that were announced. My takeaways from the launch event, a couple of things. Number one, we know we're getting a 5G S10 variant. It's a plus-sized phone. It's going to be huge. It's super spec'd. It's going to be very, very expensive, so super priced. We're expecting somewhere between like maybe $1,200 to $1,400 for the 5G variant. The second thing we take away from this announcement, flagships are still very expensive. I would like to first of all thank Apple for this. Obviously, they kind of set the trend in making their phones quite expensive, keeping them very profitable, and those efforts making the phones quite pricey. And it looks like Samsung is following suit. Their entry-level device at $749, then $899 for the S10, and then $999 for the S10 Plus. So very, very expensive. And the last thing is we're getting foldable devices. Even though they're coming in at $2,000, we are seeing innovation. Although it is to be determined if people actually care for this functionality, if it even means something to them, if it actually is on their if it piques their interest at all. So in terms of everything that we discussed in today's video, what, if anything, piques your interest? Maybe it's the S10e, maybe it's the S10 or the S10 Plus or the S10 5G variant or the foldable phone. Let me know what you guys think is interesting or intriguing, or it just kind of catches your eye and you're considering it. What do you think of the 5G phone? Pricing, specs, capabilities. What do you think of the S10 Essential, that entry-level S10? What do you think of the pricing? And, I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say on these matters. I mean, obviously Samsung, when they drop devices, they always do a good job of offering high-end experiences, very, very well-designed hardware, very, very spec-centered, and very capable. But considering pricing, do you guys think any of these things are worth it? Are you considering them here in 2019? So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in to watch. Hopefully you got some useful information out of today's video. If you did, please like the video and share it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Also ding the bell to be notified whenever I upload new content. That's it for this one. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one.